everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been a long time since I've created videos for you guys, and that is because I have been so busy. I recently went back to work after being a full-time stay-at-home mom for almost 9 years. So that was a huge transition, getting used to that. And then we had my daughter's quinceanera, which there's some pieces in the background that are kind of left over from that. But that did take up a lot of my planning time as well. But I'm excited with this new year to give you guys some new content. So today I'm going to be giving you an update on that project that I started last year. I know I kept you guys kind of hanging on the cliff there. We had filled a bunch of water storage bins in the greenhouse to see if they could radiate heat over the winter and then heat it up at night, since it's an unheated greenhouse and we live in 5B, just outside of the Chicago area. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an update on that and what I'm growing in the greenhouse right now. I'm also excited because I have some seed hauls coming up. I ordered some brand new seeds, and our patio was finished last summer. We did a whole concrete patio, so I want to show you guys how I'm going to be stylizing that and also landscaping around it, because it's completely changed the look of my backyard. And so we're going to be starting a lot of new things. I'm excited this year because we have a bigger gardening budget because I am working now, one of the reasons why I decided to go back to work. But we're going to be doing some things in the garden, a lot of things. We're also going to be updating the front landscaping area as well. So I'm excited. Those are some of the projects that are on my list of things this year to get completed.
All right, so let's head on outside. So this is the new patio. I didn't get a chance to show you guys, but obviously it's opened up a lot of areas for some new landscaping here and here. Today is the coldest day of the season right now it's 5 degrees, and it's supposed to get 5 below overnight, and then the negatives tomorrow, which means I'm gonna have to move the chickens out of their coop. But there we go. So let's take a look at our greenhouse. Don't mind the mess. Okay, so don't mind the mess. This is literally just how things have ended up. Real life, guys, real life. So what I'm growing in here is at the end of the fall season, like really end of the fall season, I was able to get all of these boxwoods on sale for like $2 a piece. Super cheap, and I'm really into the boxwoods hedges. And that's kind of going to be a theme in my garden, both in the front and back landscape. So my goal over this next year is to get as many of these little boxwoods as I can so I can start creating hedges. I also have these upright yews that we're going to be making kind of like a, well, I'll explain more about that, but it's going to be, I took some inspiration when I went to the Chicago Botanic Garden. When I was in the English garden, they had this whole like yew hedge wall, and it was gorgeous, and they were actually growing like floraling vines up it. So it was just another like green kind of backdrop that they were using as like almost a trellis for some of these vining flowers, and even some like squashes and gourds. So that's going to be the effect that we're probably going to do on this back fence here, just because I want more privacy, because it backs up to a busy street in like a field. But I think I might have left these guys out a little too long. They're looking kind of a little shabby, but it still feels pretty moist in here, so that's good. So if you guys want to know the temperature in here right now, like I mentioned, it's 5 degrees outside, and in here, holy moly, it's almost 40 degrees in here. Now this is a sunny day, so when it's sunny, it's very nice in here. I mean, think about it, that's 35 degrees above the temperature outside. The problem is at nighttime without the sun, it drops. And so my goal with these big bins down here, if you remember on one of my videos from last year, was I was going to try and use a geothermal method, passive heating, right? So it heats up during the day, and then it maintains that temperature at night and slowly releases like heat at night. I will say, I guess we'll be able to tell right now if it worked by looking to see if this is frozen. The hay is for the chickens. I've kind of gone, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. Obviously, this is not organized and neat. Don't recommend keeping your greenhouse like this, but it is what it is. Now, I'm not going to give you the exact schematics on the math. You usually take like the square footage of your greenhouse and then times it by a certain number, and that's how many gallons of water you do. I believe I was like short by like 10 gallons or 30 gallons, so it wasn't even the full amount that needed to be. But let's take a look. And you can see that's pretty much like frozen over. Yeah. Let's see if I can use my tool. Yeah, I mean that's pretty frozen over there. And that might just be the layer on top. It almost looks like there might be water on the bottom, but I would consider this unsuccessful. At the end of the day, the water is not supposed to freeze, and I almost think it's doing it a disservice because now there's ice in these bins that are releasing passive cold temperatures throughout the day. So there you have it. That is the result. I don't think I did it 100% right, so we're going to still be looking into other ways that we can heat this greenhouse in the winter, because I do want to use it in the winter for just growing seeds and stuff like that. I feel like there's so much potential. It's just a matter of finding a way to heat it at nighttime, because that's when the temperatures drop. During the day, you'll see it's pretty good, but if it's overcast, and if it's overcast for more than a day, it gets cold in here again. So I am on the search for a way to heat this greenhouse in the winter. And that is my messy Costco greenhouse. The hay is in here because I'm putting hay down on my chicken's yard, and so I just kind of keep it in here because I can easily pop in and grab some and go.
All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining me today and following along. Please let me know in the comments below if you guys are interested in a longer yardistry greenhouse review. It's been about 2 years now, so there's been some wear and tear, so I'm happy to give you an update if that's something you're interested in. Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, you guys have a great day, and we will catch you in the next one.